So let's talk about your first runner, House of Lords.
House of Lords is a good horse of mine, and I've been fancying him a lot of times. He has let me down many times. Slight training. I've reduced his work and keeping him fresh for this race. And fingers crossed, he should run a good race. I have four runners in the second race, out of which I think the better runners would be Remy Red and Charming Star. Both, I think, run with a decent chance. Let the better one.
Talking about Liberation, of course, came a third last time over a distance of 1400 meters. I want to ask you, how is she now?
Well, she's a very light framed filly. That's why we race her sparingly. She's a nice type. She should run well. She's run wide a little, but she'll run a nice race. She should be right up there if the draw doesn't trouble her. And I have another horse in the same race, Rubik Star. He's a good horse, but he's lost form of late. But in this class, he should be in, should run third, fourth, ideally. But Liberation is a better horse in the race, so fingers crossed. I hope she makes it.
Okay. Anyone else to look out for Liberation in this field?
It's an open race. You can't pick a horse, so it's an open race.
So talking about Sphere, won in Pune last time and of course came fourth in Mumbai. What do you think are her chances?
Well, she's a genuine filly, but she's running in an open company where she's a 5-year-old, but she's in a very quite a tough set. I think she'll run a good race, but difficult to win. I think there are a couple of good horses: Phenom, Bomber. There's Golden Rule. There are a couple of nice horses. Mighty Wings is also there, but I hope she comes out and runs a good race.
So let's talk about Alpinestar.
Yep. Alpinestar in the third race has run a superb race last time, beyond my expectations. And I just wanted to check last time whether he gets a mile and a quarter. He got it comfortably, so I've increased his distance. Only thing is come across a major hurdle, a horse called Geographic. And that's the horse we all have to beat. If anyone beats it, he will be the winner.
Talk about Jerusalem, won well in its last start over a distance of 2000 meters. How do you think it's placed tomorrow?
I think he's come in form. He's feeling good. He's worked very well. He won his last start in mile and quarter, and I always thought he's a staying horse, bred to stay. So we're taking a chance in mile and half. I think the horse to beat over there is Geography, who's won very well, very impressive. I think that is the horse everybody has to look for.
You've got Beyond Measure also running in the same race. How's it looking for Beyond Measure?
Yes, I have Beyond Measure in the same race. We had a very big hope on him. He has a bit disappointed us. I always thought he's a very good staying horse because his breeding suggests that he's out and out stayer. That's the reason I'm running him mile and half now. He ran good second last time, and though he had a little minor setback after that, but keeping our fingers crossed and hope he runs a good race.
In the fourth race, I've got two, Mirai and Victory Chant. Mirai was a winner last time. She's definitely shown improvement, and I expect her to be in the finish again.
Talking about Exemplify, has had a total of 4 runs and placed fifth in its last run. How do you think she's gonna place tomorrow?
Well, she ran a mile the last time out. I thought it was a little sharp for her. She's running over 2,000 meters now. I feel it's a slightly weaker company than she raced in last time. And 2,000 meters is definitely a better trip for her. So I'm hoping that she puts in a good run.
And anyone else to look out for Exemplify in this field?
Well, there's a nice horse called Lord Frankel, but very sparingly raced. She's come from Bangalore. if he's fit, then I think he's the horse that everyone has to beat. There's a horse called Rambler who beat me last time out. He finished on very strongly over a mile. He is going over the 2000 meters for the first time. I don't know whether he stays or no, but I suppose on form, these are the horses.
I have Thunberg running in a mile and a quarter class too. She's talented filly, but like I had said earlier about her, she's a bit excitable and temperamental. If she puts her mind to the race and she runs in a more calm sort of manner, I think she'll be right there in the finish.
So, talking about Jet Typhoon in its last run, it came first, running a distance of over 1200 meters. And as you said, is running an age group race. Tell us something about Jet Typhoon and how's it looking for him?
Well, he's a little kinky horse, but he seems to have settled down. He's won his last two starts. And since this is an age group race and the distance that he likes, I've run him again. And I think he can do it again.
In the sixth race, I got Hilma Clint, Fidato, and Power of Neath. Out of which Power of Neath and Fidato are still new horses in my stable that come from another trainer. But Fidato has been showing very good work, and I expect him to run a very good race and probably win.
So, talking about Arabian Phoenix, last time, of course, it came fourth. How's it looking this time for Arabian Phoenix?
Unfortunately for him, he gets into very tough company. And this time also, it's a very, very tough set. But he's worked well. I'm just hoping that he can pull it off.
Talking about Lord Vader, last time came third over a three-way photo finish. How's he now?
Well, he's come out of the race well. We've stepped up another furlong, and I think this is one of the toughest races of the day. The bottom horses are some good horses. I think Singer Sargent and Claudius are running. They both are nice horses. They are the horses to beat because they're getting receiving weight from me. But Lord Vader is an honest horse, and he'll make them run. I think he'll make them run. So let's see.
Talking about Sandman, won its last race and now again running after a gap of almost 2 months. How's it looking for Sandman?
Well, he's very well. The reason I got a 2 month gap is because after he won that race, he was banned and I had to show him in a mock race because he was hanging in badly. His mock race was very impressive, which he ran on the 15th of Jan. So he's had enough time, he's had work. Yes, he's definitely running in a higher class, which is class 3. Running with younger horses, which is also, maybe his undoing, but he's really, really well. I think he'll run a big race no matter what. You've got Claudius and Singer Sargent in the race and a couple of others. But keeping that aside, even though he's a 7-year-old, he's not behaving like a 7-year-old. He's definitely behaving like a younger horse, and I think he's just come right and come out of all his problems. So I feel he'll run a really, really good race, and hopefully he should be in the 1, 2, 3.
So, talking about King's Best now, in the last run of King's Best, of course, it came first over a distance of 1600 meters, and tomorrow it's running a distance of 1400 meters. Tell us, how's it looking for King's Best? And as you were saying, you're not very happy with the draw it got.
King Bets last time he won very impressively. But tomorrow he's running with 13 horses and the draw is very bad, 13 draw. And he has to cover a lot of ground because of the 7 furlong race. And but still the Sandesh is riding that horse, and this is a little tough race. We have to decide before the race what we want to do and all, because of the draw is very bad. And I think inshallah he will run a good race tomorrow.
Okay.
And 2 horses are there, Faisal's horse and Pacey's horse are there.
Okay.
They also won. Faisal's horse also won very well last time. And Pacey's horse also is a very good horse, he's working well. Let's see inshallah tomorrow.
In the seventh race, I've got Excellent Gold. He's still not got the form. Maybe he'll finish somewhere in the middle.
Claudius, who's also a very talented horse, he's had a setback, but he's come good now. He's running a class 3 7 furlong. There's another good horse there called Singer Sargent who won well last time. So I think I have to beat him.
Talking about Singer Sargent, won very impressively in its last run, in its first run by over 6 lengths in a lower class, and competing tomorrow in a higher class with a very tough set of horses. So tell us something. How's it looking for Singer Sargent?
Yeah, he won very well on his debut, but he's been penalized. He's got a stiff penalty for that, and he might again be carrying around 2.5 kilos overweight. Uh, but still, I feel that I mean he has improved from his last start, and he should do well.
And anyone to look out for in this field?
In all honesty, I feel that if he has it in him, he will perform and he'll do it. The only cause of concern is his second start, but still no excuses. I think if he has it, he'll win.
Talking about Midas Touch, of course, disappointed you many, many times. How do you think about her right now?
Well, there's nothing wrong with her, and she just seemed to have lost form. It's been disappointing. She shouldn't have been in this class till now, but she's put in some disappointing runs. But this time she's worked well, so I'm just hoping she gets her Midas touch back. So it's just let's see, fingers crossed.
Last race, I've got Zip Along, Zakapa, and Camille, out of which I think Zakapa is showing return to form again, and he'd run a big race. And the surprise horse there of mine could be possibly Zip Along.